Here we'll have a comparison of creating projects today. Different ways of creating ASP.NET project. One approach is like this: File, New, Website. Yes, when you say website, here first you have to make a choice of the language: C#, VB. So definitely I'll go for C#. Framework version 4.6.1. And then empty website. And here you have web location, file system, and one more is this HTTP. To FTP, for that you require additional even things to download, then FTP will work for us. So prefer to go only with two things: file system and HTTP. If I say file system, it means your website will be hosted on IIS Express web server. That is the meaning. If I change this to HTTP, it means your application is being hosted, or your website will be hosted on IIS server. This is IIS Express file system. That is IIS server. This IIS Express is a built-in server provided by your .NET software. Okay, and here in this folder, CS-6pm folder, I'll create one subfolder so that we could make a difference of all the applications. I call my web app /website 1. So all my websites of different examples, I'll try to keep in a folder called my web apps. And here, this website 1 is our project folder. Especially for ASP.NET, solution folder will be in a different location. Project folder will be in a different location. Two different things. Solution is in one folder, project is in another location. So currently project is in my web app. Solution will be in your default location. What is default location? I'll show you now. Just click on OK. Yes. Then where is you want to see hierarchy? C drive, CS-6pm, my web apps, website 1. This is project. Usually in C#, first we used to have solution. Inside solution, we used to have project. But here, direct project, in that bin, you have some different things that are made available. Okay. Now, where is solution then? C drive. Users, username, source, repository, REPOS. You have website 1, today's date, 19/10/2020. In that you have packages, .sln file, all that stuff. So now, especially for ASP.NET application, you have solution file created in different location, and project you have in different location. Okay, now you want to create one web form. So to add a web form, there are many solutions. One among them like this. Go to Solution Explorer, right click on the project, add, add new item, web form. Okay, one way. Second way, direct website menu, add new item, web form. One and the same. One and the same. So however, I selected web form. So which web form it creates? It's by name default.aspx. And compulsory you have to make a checkbox to be selected. This checkbox. Place code in separate file. Click on add. Yes. Now this is our default.aspx. And here it is mentioned. This is called page directive. Many such directives we have basically to cover in my coming class. Language. We don't know what is auto event variable, but there is a property called auto event variable. Code file. It means for this .aspx file, there is a back support with a file to write the logic of your web form, to write the code related to your web form, and that file is default.aspx.cs file. That is called code behind file. Code behind file. And which language you prefer to write that code? C#. So you have to follow the syntaxes of C#. You have to follow syntaxes of C#.net. Yes, and one more thing. This file which you created now, default.aspx, considered to be a web form, and here you are in source window. You are in source window. So you can interact or you can design a web page by writing tags, or else you can make your page designing user friendly. If you want to design a page in a user friendly manner without writing the code, you can click on design window. You can click on design window. Just give me a second, please. There is a call for me. So what I was saying is, here I went to now which window? Design window. So this will be just drag and drop process. You don't need to write any code here. You don't need to write any code. Drag and drop your controls, design your page, everything user friendly. In source window, you have to write code for designing a page. You have to write scripts. You have to write. And another thing is this design window and source window. They both are synchronized. Just click on split. Both of them are available. Split. Yes. This is your script window. That's called source window. This is a design window. Both of them are visible because of the split. If I go to source window, now if I remove the split, if I go to source window, only source window is available. And how do you open that code behind file? Default.aspx.cs file. How do you open? How do you open? C# logic F6. F6 or F7? F7. Yes. F7. Code behind file gets opened. That is nothing but called default.aspx.cs file. Here. Close this. That is for what now? Code file. So now we have come with a point that every web form, every web form, whenever you add for your project, in your project, that form will have actually three files. Three files. One is .aspx file. and second is .aspx.cs file. .aspx.cs file, and one more will also be there, and that file is for designer. That is not available for us in when you create a project with a website. So it's not visible. Even you can go to this solution explorer, you can even experience that. It doesn't show you that file. Yes, see here, default.aspx, expand default.aspx.cs. That's it. There is no file called designer. There is no file called designer. Okay, chalo fine. Just remember, close this now. Close. Yes, yes. Now we'll open one more way to create project. Same, we'll create a project, then we'll create a project, then we'll create one web form, and there you see how the things go in a different way. Here, file, new. Now don't go to website. Instead, you go to project, file, new, project. Okay. After going to project, same language which you choose here is C sharp. Choice for the language is C sharp. Expand. In that you have web. Yes, web. In that you have ASP.NET Web Application .NET Framework. Now inside this, here I'll change the location. Same, browse, C drive, CS bash 6 PM, my web apps. Yes, this is the location. And what is the name of the project you see? Web application 1. That was written as website 1. That was written as what? Website 1. Now you see solution name. This is your project name. Here you have solution name. Solution contains project. This will be exactly like C sharp hierarchy. The way you things design in C sharp, no? That hierarchy it follows. Okay, then click on OK. Yes. Now the moment I click on it, it will create empty website. Here, empty. Later we'll talk about web form. These all things MVC, when we go in with MVC, there we will cover MVC, web API, single page application. These all are the concepts that are to be covered under MVC. As of now, we are creating an empty website. Empty website. Just click on OK. Yes. Yes. Now web application is created. This one has come through what now? Project. You see the appearance of the screen. There it was empty. Here it shows web application 1. Then you want to add a web form? Yes. You want to go to Solution Explorer? Solution Explorer. Here. Solution name has a project. Project has properties, references, web.config. Everything is visible. There things have come in a different way. Here things have. You want to check even C drive? C drive. CS bash 6 PM. My web app. Then web application 1. Solution. Here I have a project. Solution will contain .sln file. Project will contain your project file. Web application 1.csproj. Bin. Okay. Now, as usual, close this. Now you want to add a web form now? You want to add a web form into this project? web form, web page. Need not get confused, only terminologies. Web page is also fine. Web form is also fine. Then you want to add a web form. So you can write from here. Right click on the project, add new item, web form. See the name, webform1.aspx. Webform1.aspx. What was their name given? Default.aspx. Default.aspx. Here, what's the name? Webform1.aspx. Then click on add. Yes. See the names there. First, same page directive, language, auto event wire webform1.aspx.cs, inherits web application 1.webform1, and. When I open code behind file, F7. Yes, webform1.aspx.cs. Webform1.aspx.cs. And interesting point here, what we learn is, if you go to Solution Explorer, here you have webform1.aspx, expand. Yes, you have this file here, webform1.aspx.designer.cs. That was not available. That file was not shown when I created a website using website option in your Visual Studio. When I create a web form using, okay. So now there this file was not visible. But even though it is not visible, doesn't mean like you don't have that file. 100% you have that file. The only thing is, design file, source file, both are clubbed in one file only. There. When you create a web application using website option of your project, here it shows separate file. Webform1.aspx.designer.cs, this file. So here webform1.aspx and webform1.designer.aspx.designer.cs, they both are synchronized. Now three files. Approach you can see, but internal code is same. So you should not, don't make yourself like, always practice only with website. Sometimes you make things available with website. Sometimes you make available with web application, so that you get to know both the options, the way you work on, the way you're going to use it. Two approaches, right? Acha. Now you go there, once folder. If you go to C drive, C drive. Now after going to the C drive, if you go to your folder, CS batch 6 pm, my web app, web application 1, project, bin, you have two files here. And here you can see here, webform1.aspx, webform1.aspx.cs, webform1.aspx.designer.cs. There C sharp also. When you create Windows form, same story I said there also. When we create what do you call C sharp related code, when you especially for Windows Forms application, whenever you create a web form, there it is called Windows Form. You used to have what either Windows Form used to have one as form1.cs, one file as form1.cs logic window, and form1.designer.cs, one more file. Three files you used to have. Here ASP also will have same three files. But only thing is extension differs. Here your point is ASPX. And once your project is, once your website is designed, when you want to when you want to execute your application, that here makes a difference. File, browse with, what you want to, how you want this web page to be executed, using which browser. Yeah, here I have all the browsers: Chrome, Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge 2. There is something called internal web browser. When I say internal web browser, this is a browser provided by Visual Studio. This is a browser provided by what? Visual Studio. This is for browsing. So for me, default is Internet Explorer. We'll continue with the same. Or else another approach, you can come from here. Here also you have option here. You can browse a page using Chrome, Internet Explorer, Edge. You want some other browsers to go with, even those browsers can be added. Now this is our web form added through website, web application. Now I just give one small code here, some message. Welcome to ASP.NET, designed by web application project of Visual Studio. Static text it is. Some static text I give. Now if I run my code, static text you'll get. Output is produced for us. Yes, output has come. Static text. I'm not going to talk anything on this. But interesting thing is, if you go to this here you have, what do you have? IIS Express. This server got activated. Usually you won't have. You want to check that? Close. Close. Once it is closed, do one thing. Again go there. It's still available. Right click, exit from here. Yes. Now rerun the code and you can experience now. Go there. Started. In that, our application is there. Our application name is here. Web application, browse application. This is port number added 1247. Here. 1247. Exit. Yes, we have shut down the what do you call Express now. We shut down. Just refresh. Error. Why? Server is off. We turn server off. So even if I run, you won't get the output. Now, we'll go there now. File, exit, or here only I'll open. Yes, this is solution I have opened. Of website, you can see the heading here, website 1. Put your message. Welcome to ASP.NET, designed through website option in Visual Studio. Dot. Run the code directly. Start without the web. Same, IIS Express gets opened, applications, output is produced. Go back, check your IIS Express. IIS Express. Close. And one more interesting thing. Usually in C sharp, C sharp, what we have studied is whenever you uh, uh, compile a project, it will generate .exe file when you compile a project. .exe file. Hope you remember that. For console application, it will create .exe file. For Windows Forms application also, it will create .exe file. So now, I just want to show you, whenever you compile a web application project, web application project, what it generates. See, this PC, C drive, CS batch 6 p.m., my web apps, website 1, bin. You don't find any file called DLL directly. These are all software related files. These all are. Here. Does it show you anywhere a DLL file? Software DLL, I mean our application DLL. Website 1.dll. Does it show you anywhere? No. Okay. Go back one. Open my web app. Open web application 1. Solution. Project. Bin. Here you have web application 1.dll. And you all know very well, DLL is two things. One rule is DLL is dependent on exe. DLL is dependent on exe. And second, DLL is reusable. Then rule, dependent on exe. Then where is the exe? How this program got executed? How this program got executed? As simple. Whenever I execute this web application, first browser gets opened. Browser. That browser is our exe file. Client. Browser is a client. And every browser we have will have .exe file. Every browser will have what I'm saying, .exe file. And that .exe file is executing DLL. That is the connection you have. .exe is executing what? DLL. Now, going further, if you look into this for Visual Studio, both are there. Website 1, web application 1, both are there. I'll go to website 1. Solution gets opened. Okay. Now, I just want to design my code. Delete this place. Here, which two windows are synchronized, you said? Default.aspx source, default.aspx design. These two are synchronized. These two. So what I'll do, I'll write a code here. Here I'll write a code. I'm not going to explain. I'm just writing. I'm not talking anything. I'm just writing. Even I'm not going to explain anything about this line which I'm writing now. It's only to show you I'm writing ASP colon button, right? Server text equal to, click here, ID equals to btn, click here, close. You added, you have written this code. You have written. Go to design window, your button is placed there. Yes, you have a button. Do one thing, split. Yes, split. Change this now. Click here. Remove this dot. Here it says design view is out of sync with source view. Click here to synchronize. Yes, got synchronized. Click, click. Test. Test. Click here. Click here. They both are synchronized. They both are synchronized. Okay. Again, you click on as usual source front. We have written all this, right? Not required. Why do you write? We have toolbox. You remember that toolbox. You go to toolbox, drag and drop. Toolbox. You want a button. Drag and drop a button. Automatic code will be generated. Code has come. Go to design window. Button is placed. Yes. Same thing. Whatever we have done this, the same thing is available here. Again, delete. Go to design. Gone. Now, as I already said, now, I already said, when you go with your mm, uh, design part, in the .aspx file, in the .aspx file, you can write HTML code, HTML related instructions, I mean, and CSS code and JavaScript you can write in it. ASP code you can write in it. It's not like you have only .aspx code available. You have multiple codes available in multiple HTML, CSS, JavaScript, AS, even classic ASP code, the server instructions, percentage, less than percentage, server code, that also you can write. Normal code is fine, but server instructions, then you have to use that VB script. You remember that VB script. So better we avoid it completely, and it's preferred to go with what? ASP.NET code. ASP.NET. Already I gave you in the notes what differences you notice between your classic ASP and ASP.NET. Classic ASP and ASP.NET. What differences we notice in them? In that I mentioned that in classic ASP there were no server controls. Here we have server controls. There are no events, there server events. Here we have server events. So like that, we have a comparison, and I gave in notes in detail about it. And another interesting thing is, default you have only one server. That is one more point. I'll just see whether we have Visual Studio 12. Okay, I have 12 also. Let's open this. Earlier it was 17. File new, website. This is 12 I'm going with. So if I'm going with 12, then remember, we have one more server available. I already said about it. Cassini server, web application development server, Visual Studio application development server, Cassini, Cassini, Cassini server. That we were available till Visual Studio 12. After that, we don't have. Let's see whether I can have that server explicitly. Open 17, please. Okay, 17. Open any website, or doesn't matter, even if I can go like this. Tools, extensions, and updates. Yeah, here I have all this application. I want to check whether I have that software support here. Application development server. Developer analytics tool we have here. In this, if I install this tool, then I will get application development. Let's check online also. Go to online. Online. You're talking about which server? Application development server. Application development server. No, we don't have. Web server. No, we don't have any web server. So you have, if not here, you have to download by just Google it. Whatever the web servers you find, you can even make them available for your project. Attached to web server. Okay. W3WP. Okay. So you can add, like, if you want any external web server. So let me try with Google one. Here I keep web server for website of ASP. Dot. So you can see here. Here are the web hosting services for ASP.NET users. These all are there. Which servers can we have? So we want to download actually. We want to download, no? We don't want which servers are being used. Sorry, we'll just say free download of web server. What is that server? Apache I'm getting, however, but I want application development web server. Here I have download web server. Web application here, Windows Web Development Environment. You have to download it. It's not directly available. You have to download it. It was there till 12, I said. From then they removed it. So if you properly search in Visual Studio also, no problem. You'll get your correct result there also. We didn't go for proper update or proper searching here. When I click on extension updates, you'll get that detailed information. That's it. That's it. Now, another interesting thing that we are going to start, probably in the next class, I'll discuss that about controls. About what? Controls, controls. Okay. And in that controls, we are going to study about maximum controls that are found to be same, maximum I'm saying. So you can understand in a better way, like when I say maximum. So that's the reason Windows Forms application, whatever the videos I have shared with you, you go through them so that I don't need to waste my time again explaining similar controls, same. I just have a comparison. I'll just come up with those points. You go for the implementation. Over. Simple it becomes. Which are different, I'll cover. That is different story. But maximum things I'm saying are what? Same. And HTML things also, once you revise and keep it ready, so that tomorrow when I start my control, even I have a comparison with this one also, HTML also. Okay, that's it.